Hello, Upper Third historians. Your work this week is about transport during the Industrial Revolution. And we're going to focus on roads today, or turnpikes as they became known as. Obviously, this was really important. You've just watched a little clip about it, which will have given you some background and introduce you to this topic. You're now going to use the sheet below this clip, the worksheet, and have a go at some of the questions. And this lesson really is about the idea that roads needed to improve. They were in a sorry state. It took you a long time to get anywhere back in England at the outset of the Industrial Revolution. And businessmen needed to deliver their products from factories to shops and places, towns and cities where they could be sold. And there is no way of them doing this without a decent transport system. So, as you have learned, roads were improved during this period in a variety of ways. But this is not necessarily going to solve all the problems here, because as you're going to learn about in lessons to come, roads still remained problematic, and therefore businessmen looked for other ways of getting their materials and products from the factory to the shops, and they struck upon the idea of perhaps creating their own rivers or canals as we know them, and eventually with the onset of the steam engine, railways as well. So you can see that transport developed over this period gradually, from improving roads to trying new methods of building canals to eventually having the technology of the steam engine and metal and iron. They could move on to railways. So all you have to do today, quite simply, is, having watched the video above, you now have to read the sheet, the A3 sheet called Turnpike Fever, which is below you. You might want to download it so that you can see it a bit more clearly and read it a bit more clearly. And then if you look at the bottom of the right hand side, you can see there is a workbox in blue, and it has questions 1A, B, C, 2A and B, and 3A and B. All those questions need doing in your exercise books, please. The one thing to remember is to write your answers in full sentences. There are some of you who aren't doing this, and we need you to write your answers in fully explained sentences as we move obviously towards GCSE. That's something really that we need to start doing with you being at senior school now as a matter of course. So if you can make sure that you read the worksheet carefully, then have a go at all the questions in the blue box. And please, if there's any problems, let your teachers know. Just email us, messages on Teams, and we will help you out with it a little bit. And then if you have finished and you do want to try something else, please have a look at the subject enhancement page. There's a link at the bottom which will take to various sites where you can read a little bit more about transport during the Industrial Revolution, or anything that is of interest to you at the moment in history. Next week, just so that you know, we're going to move on to look at canals. The week after, we're also going to look at our final bit of this transport section, which is the growth of railways. If you need any help, just email. Good luck.